A symbol is a stored object that can be dropped into a document and used as often as needed. When a symbol is placed in a document, it is not a copy but an instant of the original symbol. So if the original design is updated in terms of its color or its size, it will update the following images that are linked to it, as you can see here. I have got the original leaf. What I like to do is have my original design, then I'll duplicate one to create the symbol. The symbol needs to be the correct size because it's going to do a one-to-one copy of this. So if it's leaves on a tree, you obviously, and the tree's quite small, you know, this might be too large and it's going to be just annoying to modify later on. So select the object, go to the symbols palette, which will be the club symbol here, or under window and then symbols, and click an instant of this onto here and change it to graphic. I'll change the name, select OK. Otherwise you can select the image and then press the new symbol icon. What I've got here is, at the moment I've got two, so the original one I've applied all these other leaves just to speed up the process. I've got two there. Now you can close that down. Now what I'm going to do is spray the leaves onto the page using the spray can over in the toolbox. So select that and apply it. Now what I like to do is, rather than spraying it again, what we can see here is these are linking. To make it a bit more easy to use, a bit more individual, I'll just undo that, and for each instant that you do, spray it on, then spray next section, but in between, Command Shift A, and that will deselect. So now I can apply here. Now what we're going to do is change all these accordingly. So the spray tool simply just sprays an instant on. The shifter tool is going to be able to go through and shift them around. So if you go under the spray can, we should be able to find shifter, and first of all I need to select it and push them about and move on to the next one, so the sizer. Now what you can see is the intensity is really, really strong. So with each tool you might need to go through and change them, so just double click on the icon and you can change these accordingly. So you can change the diameter, so the size of the spray can, the intensity of them. Otherwise just do them lightly. Oops. So once again, it might have been best to decrease the intensity of the screener. And last of all, the strainer, to show off those lovely autumn colours. So it's a bit more random. So you can see that's how you can apply leaves to a tree, but make them more random and appear like they've been drawn individually. An image to a design to go from is such as this image. So these leaves would have been applied, simply sprayed on initially, along with the flowers, and then used that tool to go through and make them a little bit more random in terms of the angles they're on, the colours they are, so on and so forth. Going back to Illustrator, now if I want to change these leaves in terms of their colours, you can double click on the initial symbol or the instant, and that will appear as one. And so this is sort of an editing tab, and so if I change the background colour, it should update those accordingly, as you can see. These ones aren't changing because they were initially drawn from that instant there. So if I change that, same thing would occur.